we did a brainstorming session, and we said, okay, these are our use cases. And then we pull the thread to say, here are the themes across the use cases and which ones are revenue generating and which ones are efficiency gains. And then when we identified, here's the use cases for our service users, we had to also look at our integrations. So we have an integration with Churn Zero, which also has an agentic AI agent. And so now we have to we programmed our agentic AI agent in Salesforce to talk to the agent in Churn Zero so that the handoff becomes more fluid and it's not really a need for human interaction unless and until it's escalated. And we're seeing great success. We've just done a pilot with one or two of our brands to start before we expand to all three divisions.
Okay, makes sense. So connecting disparate systems. So first is identifying your champion use cases, and then probably connecting disparate systems to execute those use cases.
Yeah, absolutely. So our approach is a multifold approach here. What we saw is we start with an AI assessment, and maybe if you can bring up the slide what I shared, that will be helpful to kind of go through that quickly. On a high level, this is where we normally come back with the approach of how do we really measure AI and how do we really implement AI. Different companies are at different levels. Some companies already started, some companies are already mature, some companies are semi-mature, some are just still figuring out, I want this shiny AI tool, how do I implement it in my organization? So we do typical current state, future state vision. We measure a few things about existing technology. So business objectives and measurement. What is the current state maturity? We did one for one of the large-scale education institute where we started figuring out what are the use cases, and then we put into those prioritization workshop, right? So we had about 108 use cases. We figured out they can use it, and then we went to the next future state vision into art of possible workshop where we start figuring out of this 108, which 5, 10, 15 can be really good for using AI on their area. And from that, we came back with 3 proof of concept. We helped them to define those proof of concept POCs, and then start putting into the right priority and start building those POCs. So that's the approach we normally take for a lot of our large clients and make sure that they are in the right journey. AI is expensive. So what we found is everybody wants to invest in it, but wrong investment can get really burned, with a bad experience. So we want to make sure where is the right experience and how do we really put the right priority and right investment so that you can get into the right solution.